do house management at the new place.
Exactly as if they before they move. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
oh okay, so
So that means
you must understand this customer very well before you can do this kind of service.
yes, yes. You have to interview them and ask them what they prefer, how their lifestyle is like. That one is very atas.
That
That one is
is it is very
that's
atas,
the
and I think this kind of service is like very professional already.
yeah. We stop at putting your boxes on the floor of each respective room. We don't have colored boxes, but we have colored stickers. So
Okay.
alternatively, when we cannot imitate everything that the Japanese do, we improvise the system. Um, we have colored stickers instead. It works. It still works at a cheaper cost to do. So colored sticker will get the staff sending boxes to each respective room at the new house. Kitchen boxes are red. Red goes to kitchen and stuff like that. So if we want to unpack, we will do it together with you at the new house. When unpacking will have to be on a different day altogether, and we charge separately for unpacking. Oh yeah, the
See.
service is called home organizing. So this professor client of ours has recommended me to open another branch of service called under home organizers. And
So
apparently,
what do
there's
you
one or
do?
two companies here in Malaysia already. I'm
So
like, okay,
basically these are
I'm
for
done at
those people.
unpacking.
So these are for those people who have no time at all to settle
Yeah,
down. So what they want
right.
is I want my Milo everything every day how I used to be. And so the next morning when I woke up, I have no time to adjust for new home. The
Right.
Milo or whatever I eat, it must be there as usual.
Yes. You label everything. You label your Milo, your sugar, your minyak, your garam. Everything is labeled in the kitchen, and you provide the racks or whatever, and then the shoes you arrange for them nicely. So I was talking to one of my friend, Lisa Rezwan, and asked her, would you be interested to venture into this business after the lockdown? And we are talking about it. Because it's easier for us as a company because we already have a customer base. People are already moving with us. It's just an extension of service. Would you like home organizing?
I'm just wondering, is it also I watch a lot of TikTok nowadays, and
I haven't ventured into that yet. You know, I'm like almost 50.
and you know what that catch my attention is those organizing things in the house.
Yeah,
And
it's
you know,
interesting.
people actually go for courses like that just to organize things in their house, like the minyak, how you should put it in, your sugar, how you should put it in, and then they organize until so brilliant. And
Yeah.
there are people who professionally doing this kind of things. They go from house to house, at all this messy house, and they tidy up for you. Do you mean this kind of
They're not,
services?
they're not cheap, you know. I think it's quite a good business to start. They charge, I think, 700 per room.
Wow,
The
that's
the the one that's using right now. If you want to go by room, I think that's the rate that the current rate going.
so. This is your new venture gonna be? Is this something that you're
I'm
gonna venture into?
I'm considering,
I'm
but
going to hire you for my daughter's room.
because now everybody works from home, so I can imagine what the house would look like, right? So home organizing is
And
kind
you know
of a good
what? The
idea.
more time you want to spend at home, the more you want it to be organized. My
True.
study room was so messy last time. I didn't want to walk into the study room because I have no time to come to my study room. And most of the time I was outside. But until I was forced to work from home, I tidy up my room so that it's comfortable for me. But I do
Yeah.
feel that some people they want it in such a way, but they do not know how to start. I mean, where do you get this kind of beautiful container lah? Do it, all this beautiful basket some more, and then which kind of basket it should match. I saw how they do it. It was like come to your house, they have a glance at how messy it was, and
Yeah.
then they will
They
start
interview
buying all the
you,
things.
learn about you, your lifestyle, what you like, what you don't like, how you drink your coffee, so so that they know where to put your sugar and milk.
I think
Yeah.
this is something very interesting, very very
Yeah.
interesting as well. I'm just very curious. So 15 years in the business, sure, I'm so sure there are some mistake being done. Is there any unforgettable mistake or anything that you broke or your staff broke? Any incident that you can share?
Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Uh, yeah, yeah. I think so. I think I got one. it's a it's a it's the unforgettable part wasn't so much our mistake lah, but it prompted us to ask more questions before we take a moving job.
Mm,
Um, it was a divorced client. A divorced client moving out from the house, and
okay.
then we didn't ask enough questions to know that the divorce wasn't finalized yet, and then we started packing and doing normal day-to-day work until three police cars came and parked in front of the house and started saying that you mover you're uh, the husband is claiming that we are thieves. And then the wife said no, I hired them, and then we were caught in the middle. So that was scary.
Do you end up?
The movers, we're not thieves. We're engaged, legally engaged. We didn't know that you guys haven't sorted out who gets what in the room. So since that incident, we started asking more questions, especially when the client mentioned that they're getting a divorce or have gotten a divorce. So we asked better questions, like are you the rightful or legit owner of all the goods in the house that are to be moved? And if yes, then we need a declaration letter to say that it's okay for us to move them out. So yeah.
That is to safeguard yourself, right?
Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
scary though.
All right. I heard a few tips from you just now about labeling it with colors and tapes. Right. So for those kind of fragile things, I hate to move. I've been living in this house for 10 years, close to 10 years, and I didn't intend to move anyway. But looks like my family numbers of family is growing. It will eventually comes to a part where I have to move. Do you have any tip for all of us that is watching this live? What are the moving tips that you can share it with us that we can use from house or whatever?
Okay, first thing first, if you have a China plate set that is 100 years old, given by your great great grandmother to you, my advice is move them yourself. Take that one out from the equation. Move them yourself. Those um, are really precious things that cannot be replaced by any value. You have them packed and carry them in your car. That's my first tip. Because I can never replace with anything in this world that plate set that your great great grandmother give you. Okay, so be smart about moving. If it's very very valuable, don't don't let anybody else but yourself handle them.
Okay.
Other than that, car keys, car keys, house keys, glasses, chargers. Don't let us pack them. Because today, after 15 years in business, we have had a client moving abroad who left her car key to be packed by the staff, and we have to open back the 40-foot container looking for the car key.
Oh no!
See, I told you, 15 years in business and still learning.
But did she or he give you a hard time?
No, it wasn't our fault. It was our fault for not reminding. We should have reminded and said, anything that you need to use, please take them apart before we start packing. So yeah, that part is our fault. We wouldn't have known that you wanted your glasses, your charger, or whatever that is important. It has to go into the box with the yellow tape, so that it's easier to look the next day. But this one is a case of moving abroad. When it goes into the container, you have to wait a month before you get them back. So without your glasses, I don't know. When you have to fly the next day and you don't have your glasses, that's kind of hard, right? So we had no choice but to say, sure, we'll help you out, and open another 100 boxes to find the glasses.
100 boxes. So it must be a huge moving kind of job. 100 boxes.
Yeah, like a bungalow would go for a 40-footer container. A double-story terraced house would go for a 20-footer container.
Wow, that's
Oh.
crazy.
National move. There's only two sizes of containers, 20 and 40.
When I moved from UK back to Malaysia, I only used 8 boxes. So I can't imagine how like 100 boxes gonna be like.
A lot.
A lot, yeah, a lot. So what
So yeah,
if,
so that's
yeah, let's
if
say
you're